All right, guys, welcome back. So now we are going to continue with the core skills. So if you guys are still joining me, very well done. I know this is not that easy, but you're doing an awesome job. Okay, so let's continue on this next concept. All right, so the core skills are also the basic skills. All right, so I'm going to share with you a few of the skills, and I want you to understand what I'm trying to tell. Okay, so the first thing is communication skills. If you are doing the AMC Clinical Exam, you might have heard many times that this exam is an exam of communication skills. Well, I can't say that is not true. In fact, I think that is one of the most important skills to have in this exam. A communication skill is one of the biggest skills that will make a difference between passing and failing. All right. The next skill that you need to have, that you need to train yourself, is time management. Okay, because if you have a very good communication skill, and if you have very good knowledge but very poor time management, you will not complete your examination task on time. So when that happens, the chances of you failing your exam now becomes a lot higher. So it's gonna, if you don't manage your time properly, the chances of you failing is gonna be there. So just be very careful. My advice is to manage time well is to do role plays. No other way you can manage your time. A role play is the tool that can help you calibrate your time. All right, and the next one is physical exam. Now, I don't know whether you saw that coming, but a physical exam, it is a part of a core skill for, a part of the skill that you need to have when you prepare for the AMC Clinical Exam. I mean, think about it. What can you expect? This is a clinical examination. So if for any clinical examination, you would expect some form of physical examination. So a physical examination is a must. And the reason why I put it a part of a core skill is because you can't practice this last minute. Okay, so if you look at this slide, I'm just trying to tell you guys that these skills, the skills that I'm showing you here, the communication skill, the time management, and the physical exam, especially the physical exam, these are skills that you cannot practice at the last minute. Okay, so don't save your physical examination like a few weeks before your exam. You will not have enough time. Okay, my advice is for all of these three skills, you need to start on day one. Okay, if you're planning to start preparing for the AMC Clinical Exam, this is the things that you need to do on day one, not day 100 or day, one day before your exam. You can't do that. And the other thing is, you don't want to wait until you are perfect. The reason why I wrote that is because there are some people, I'm not saying that everyone does this, but if you are in that group, I want you to recognize this, because you see, what I'm trying to tell you now is how to pass your exam. And if you're very serious in this, if you're very serious about passing your exam, then this is something that you need to consider. You need to try to make sure you're considering all the important core skills and you're improving the core skills, and especially, your physical exam, the time management, and the communication skills. Okay, don't wait to become perfect. Don't study and until you feel like, oh, now I'm a genius in a cardiovascular exam and now I'm going to do my role play. No, don't do that. Then you might be a genius in the cardiovascular exam, but you are going to fail in the time. You're going to have too much things to tell and you're going to run out of time very quickly. Or you might have too much of medical jargon out of studying and your communication skills are not going to be simple English. So be careful, all right? And I definitely certify this as an advice, okay? So let's move on. Okay, these are some sample role plays that I'm going to show you here. So if you are wondering where to begin, you can watch some of my sample role plays. These sample role plays will give you the initial momentum. You see these role plays, you see like, hey, this is how Aaron does it. He does the introduction like this. This is how he talks, and that's how he ends a role play. So when you see something like this, the next step is you're going to be able to immediately perform your own role play, trying to apply the basic core skills that I've showed you here. Okay. So now let's move on to the next core skill that I want to talk more in detail